All right, so welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're taking a look at a list of celebrity lookalikes.
Ooh. Interesting.
And the source for this deep dive is a website called the top10s.com.
Oh, okay.
It's a website where users can create and vote on top 10 lists for all sorts of categories.
Okay.
And one of those categories is celebrity lookalikes.
Hmm.
Now, this list ranks pairs based on, how uncanny the resemblance is. They also have newcomers and contenders. So it's like, who's rising up the ranks of celebrity lookalikedom, if you will.
I love it.
I think we all kind of notice when two celebrities look alike.
Yeah.
But have you ever thought about why we're so fascinated by it?
Yeah, I think it's one of those like universal human experiences, right? Like we're just drawn to it. I mean, it makes you do a double take. Like, wait a second.
It's true.
Is that who I think it is?
So let's dive right into this list.
Okay.
The top-ranked pairs, Chloe Grace Moretz and Jackie Evancho.
Hmm.
And, I mean, they do look quite a bit alike.
Yeah.
One of the comments even suggested that they must be related somehow.
Right.
And I always find that funny how often people assume that lookalikes must be like long-lost siblings or cousins or something.
It is interesting. It's that thing of like Sikhs, like, and we associate visual similarities with like familial ties, obviously.
Right, like you see a family and you're like, oh yeah, they all kind of look alike. But then, on the flip side, you have those families where it's like, nobody looks related at all.
Exactly.
And you're like, how is that even possible?
That's true.
So, moving on, the next pair is Zooey Deschanel and Katy Perry. Someone pointed out that they think their resemblance was actually stronger in the past.
Okay.
And, I mean, it makes sense. Like, think about how much Katy Perry's style has changed over the years.
Yeah.
From, like, the pinup girl look to, now.
Right.
It makes you wonder if, like, how much fashion, like, personal style, all of that can actually impact how we perceive a person's face.
Yeah, I think it definitely, I mean, it has to. It like draws attention to certain things or takes away.
Silly.
Yeah, hairstyles, makeup, it all plays a part.
Okay, so this next pair, I love this one, is Billy Bob Thornton and Timothy Olyphant.
Oh, yeah.
And one comment actually joked that they look like father and son,
Yeah.
given the age difference, which I find hilarious.
Yeah.
But, again, it highlights those shared features, like the bone structure, the eyes, the things that make us do that double take.
Yeah, I think the eyes are huge, especially for those two.
Yes.
The shape of their eyes.
Okay, so we can't talk about celebrity lookalikes without mentioning some other classic pairs higher up on this list.
Yeah.
I mean, Will Ferrell and Chad Smith,
Oh, yeah, good one.
the drummer for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
I mean, they are practically interchangeable.
I've actually mixed them up before.
Me too,
Yeah.
like for years.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's Amy Adams and Isla Fisher,
Oh, yeah.
those two.
Yeah. They're so close.
And, do you remember that episode of Top Gear
Yeah.
where Jeremy Clarkson called David Tennant a good-looking Richard Hammond?
That's right. That's a good one.
I mean, just goes to show you how much, like, pop culture plays into our awareness of these lookalikes.
I know. And it cements it too, right? Like you see it one time and it's in your head. Then it's like, oh, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like those memes that are like celebrity lookalikes, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I can never unsee that.
That's so true.
Okay, but here's the part I think you're really going to find interesting.
Okay.
This is the newcomers and contenders. This is where we see some truly surprising pairings, like Logan Marshall Green
Oh, yeah.
and
Wow.
Tom Hardy.
I see it. Yeah.
Okay, I guarantee you've seen at least one of these actors in something,
Absolutely.
and you might have even misidentified them as the other
Right.
because they are so similar.
Yeah.
And they even they've starred in similar genres of films. So it's like it all kind of mixes together. It's like, wait, was that Tom Hardy in that movie or was it Logan Marshall Green?
Yeah. Like Prometheus, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
And then The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Similar.
It's so easy to get fooled by a few key features, and they both have those kind of brooding, intense looks.
Totally.
Okay, it's kind of like Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley,
Yeah.
especially like earlier in their careers.
Oh, totally.
Remember how often they were cast in similar roles?
Yeah.
It was so easy to mix them up back then.
Yeah. The period piece thing, for sure.
Exactly. All those like period pieces,
Yeah.
it all blurred together.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next comment, it made me laugh. Okay, it's about Nicole Kidman and Naomi Watts. And it points out the significant height difference between these two,
Okay.
who, by the way, are best friends in real life.
Right.
And it just proves that, lookalikes aren't always perfect matches.
That's true.
Right. Like sometimes it's just a few features here and there, but then, the overall like height, build,
Yeah, totally.
everything else is very different.
Mannerisms, all that stuff.
Yeah, mannerisms, exactly. Okay, speaking of unique features, um, the Zachary Quinton and Eli Roth comparison. There was a comment about one being better looking than the other.
Oh, interesting.
And I thought it was a good reminder that, beauty is so subjective.
It is.
And these comparisons are really just meant to be lighthearted, right?
Exactly.
Because what one person finds appealing, another person might not.
Yeah. You can't really quantify
We
it.
can't put a number on it.
Exactly.
All right, finally, we have to mention Mila Kunis and Emma Stone,
Oh, yeah.
who are, in fact, good friends in real life.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But opinions on their resemblance are very mixed.
No, I could see that.
Some people are like, oh my gosh, they're practically twins.
Yeah, yeah.
And other people are like, what? I don't see it at all.
Yeah, I kind of fall into that camp. I don't really see it.
That's interesting. And it just shows you how, I guess, how varied our perceptions can be.
Yeah. It's like we all have our own algorithms running, right, for facial recognition.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like our own little facial recognition software.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of celebrity lookalikes, I want to leave you with this thought, okay? Next time you see a familiar face on screen, take a moment to consider what it is about that face that's catching your attention.
Hmm.
Is it just a striking resemblance to another celebrity, or is there something more to it?
Yeah.
Does it tap into something deeper about how we perceive beauty, identity, even our own sense of self? It's something to think about.
Food for thought.
Exactly. Until next time. Goodbye.